Good afternoon. Today is the 30th of July and this is part 5 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2022 Festival of Unexceptional here at Grimsthorpe Castle in Lincolnshire. Yes, we have done 4 parts so far, viewers, and there's many more to come. This is a 1979 to 80 Talbot Avenger. They never actually put the Talbot logo on these cars. They left the Chrysler Pentastar on them, but from August 1979, all Chryslers were rebadged as Talbot. So this is a Talbot Avenger. Originally, of course, a Hillman Avenger. By this stage, I think they were built at Linwood in Scotland. 1.6 GLS sounds like it's top of the range. So this will have the facelifted dash in it and a rev counter and all kinds of other absolute and utter decadence. None of which should be found in that old 2CV there. Maybe in this Cavalier GLS 1994 to 95 Vauxhall Cavalier Mark III 1.8i GLS, complete with jacket hanging in the back, which is of course the way it should be. I do like this colour very much. That is a rather agreeable colour. It's a shame we don't have the beige leather interior, but our quest for those continues as ever. 1992 to 1993 Alfa Romeo 75. This is a twin spark LE. She actually must be only a 92 if it's a K, because it says it was made in 92, so it must be a 92. It's rather nice, viewers. I think these were replaced by 155 from memory. Ooh, Vauxhall Cavalier Mark II Cabriolet. Yes, these were made sort of in the middle of Mark II production. I think about 1986, something like that. We've got a rev counter in this. Now this is rather nice, actually. It's unusual to have a car like this actually that has a convertible top. So I was right, it's an 86. It even says on the number plate. 2000 MGF in dark green with a half beige leather interior. So we're getting there, viewers. This has considerably better suspension than the one that I filmed on No Budget Reviews the end of last year. That had the hydrogas collapse. I don't recommend that, viewers. Oh yes, of course, we always see this Cedric, everything. Cedric, Brougham VIP, V30 Turbo, all kinds of gizmos and Japanese buttons and all kinds of things and exciting little details. So yeah, 87, 88, I don't think they were sold over here. It's a Y31 Cedric. We do very much like that, viewers. That's very nice. Ooh, an Alfa Romeo 156, quite an early one. 1997, 1998. Alfa Romeo 156. I think these came out late 97. Oh, it's a 2.5 Buso. Viewers. Very nice. Yeah, it's a 98. That's very nice. I'd like to have a go on one of those at some point, viewers. I do like Alfa Romeos of that era. I also like Mark II Astras like this. 1988 to 89 Vauxhall Astra Mark II GTE. And do we have some digidials? Yes, we do. And a leather interior as well. My, we're doing well today, viewers. It's complete with headlamp washers as well. Rover 800 R17. Which got a beige interior, views. That's not a leather one. Not yet, I'm afraid. It's just an 820. I don't know what specification 820 that is. 97, 98 registration. 1986 to 7 Ford Granada Scorpio 2.9. It says RS on there. I think that's the body kit on these. I've never seen one of these with a body kit like this before. Mark III Granada, very, very different from a Mark II. I'm supposed to be driving a facelift to one of these at some point. Look at that body kit, that is crazy. Gosh, it's from Southampton as well. £21,000. Somebody paid for that in 1987. Another 1980s Ford here. I think this is a Mark II Fiesta S. And it's for sale. As Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power channel would say, this could be yours. It is a Fiesta 1.4S, quite a late one, 88, 89. Mark II Morris 1300, 1970 to 71. Still got that strip speedo in it, so we're still not really kind of ultra luxury. For that you need the Van den Pla. Ooh, 1998 to 1999 Chrysler Neon. These were sold over here for some time, viewers. This is the LE model, it'll be with a 2-litre engine, I think. Not a huge number remain. Apparently these aren't too bad. I've heard they're okay, actually. So I'd like to have a go at one if it's possible. Especially in this colour. Same, 1998 and 1999. This Toyota MR2, which has been modified, which means that it doesn't look quite as unexceptional as it might otherwise do. Looking very unexceptional, though, is Steph Holloway's, I think this is a 1993 Proton 1.5 MPI GL saloon that was recently rescued with the help of Mr. Richardson's Viewers Driving. I actually owned one of these myself back in the day. I have covered a couple on the channel myself. Mine was a GLS, which is different from this, different wheel trim, different side graphics and some other things like a sunroof. Hers is in a much better condition than mine. For some reason, hers is a rev counter and mine did not. But that is very good. It's very nice indeed. The aero back that I viewed recently, though, the 1.5 SE Auto, that was my favourite personally, though. Facelifted Renault 21. This is a 1.7, so it's a 1.7 GTS Special. And it is Special because we've got a full package of instruments and the central locking button that's in the middle and electric windows and all kinds of other things. Transversely mounted engine in this, but the 2 litres and the engines that we can't talk about on this channel, those were mounted the other way round, which is one of the most bizarre things that's ever been in the automotive world. Transverse and longitudinally mounted engines in the same car. 2000 Mark II Ford Mondeo. This one, it's got a 2 litre Zetec R engine in it, which I think this is a Zetec trim level as well. Don't see them in this condition very much, viewers. And you don't see these really at all. Lancia Tabor. Viewers, from Zagato Lancia, very late one, because Lancia pulled out of the country in 1994. This is a 93-94 registration. Full package of instruments. This isn't the A32 or anything like that. I actually don't know what specification this is, but all I know is I like it and I want one. 1996-7 Toyota Previa with the automatic gearbox and the column shift. And here you can see that floor is completely clear. So if there was a manual version available, this is an auto. Be a GS or something like that. No, it's a Solaire SE special edition. Like this Sunny Inspiration special edition. This will have one of the GA engines in it. Probably, I'd say the 1.4, maybe the 1.6. The GA 16 and 14 engines are fantastic, viewers. They are brilliant engines. The only N14 Sunny that I've done is really a Y10 Sunny because the estate's a different model code. That was on Sensible Secondhand Classics last year. It was brilliant. Ford Orion Mark II, 1986-7. I think those wheels are off an XR3i, but this is way down the range of a 4-speed gearbox. It's a 1.4L. But a lot of you're into your poverty spec stuff, and so you'll find that most interesting. This one, unfortunately, we can't talk about because we don't talk about diesels on this channel, thanks to the Mayor of London and all his friends. However, we can talk about this very nice Volvo 760, 1985 to 86 registration, the GLE, so top of the range. This will have the PRV engine in it, automatic gearbox. It even says 760 GLE on the dashboard. They're so proud of it, and rightly so. That is amazing. Front fog lights and everything like that. Also pretty amazing is this Maestro. Wow. This, I think, might even be a 1.6 actually. Originally the MG Maestros had the R series engine, but didn't go very well for them, so they changed it for the S series. This is more likely to be an S series. I think they changed the engine about spring, early summer of '84, and then they changed it for a 2 litre in about October. So made for not very long at all, these ones. And I think we might have a Digi-Dash in here as well. And why, yes, we do have a Digi-Dash. In fact, I have actually used a Digi-Dash in a Maestro on No Budget Reviews when I did a 1985 1.6 Van den Pla automatic with no power steering, which wasn't too much fun, viewers. But the dash was fun, though. That was interesting. 1972 to 73 Triumph Toledo. This would be like one my parents had back in the day. They had a Toledo. I'm not sure it was a 2-door or 4-door. They made both. 2 doors are more common, I think, possibly. That's very much an unexceptional car, though. Oh, very late 740, like 2 very late 740s with facelifted ones. The facelift came in for the 1990 model year. This one's a GLE. Got a nice leather interior. That's rather special. This one I'm not entirely sure. Oh, it's got more leather. It probably is another GLE. It's very good, viewers. The one that's here. This is a car belonging to a gentleman who runs the Grand Thrift Auto channel. Mr. Martin Charles. It's quite an early one. I think this is an 84, very early E30 BMW. I think this is just a 320. Oh, sorry, 320i, and that's pretty good. Oh, thank you, sir. Brilliant. Yes, more videos on the Grand Thrift Auto channel. Actually, I might just be cheeky and reach inside as well. He is watching me. I'm not stealing it. There we go, the early dash and all kind of stuff, early upholstery, the door locks have been fixed now and all kind of stuff. Oh, it even smells right in there as well. It smells great. Fantastic. Write in the comment section below if you want me to do a review of this car, because I have already asked about that. Oh, a Vauxhall Astra Cabriolet, Mark III Cabriolet by Bertone on L 93 to 94. That'll do, viewers, won't it? 2 litre with ABS as well. Ooh, fancy. And we've got rev counter and jazzy seat upholstery. Why, yes, we have. Another cabriolet based on an unexceptional car, Talbot Samba Cabriolet. Oh, viewers, this is going to be something of a special day, I think. We have found possibly what is one of the most unexceptional cars ever. And it seems there's Talbot down there on the dash, you've got a rev counter. I think we've even got electric windows in this. That's insane. Yeah, there's no windy handles anywhere. This must have electric windows. Brilliant. Never know what you're going to find around here, do you? Lloyd Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below. '88 to '89 Renault Express, of course, based on the Renault CPR 5, the second generation Renault 5. I think this actually, being a left-hand drive one, so be something like a French import. These would have been badges of the extra in this country. You can see straight away we've got the beam converters on there. Ooh. 1982 to 83 Alfa Romeo Alfa TI. Yes, please, viewers. Wow, what an interior. This is a phase 3 car that right at the end of production. TI with a little cloverleaf badge as well. Just exceptional condition. E46. Thank you very much. 330i with the split tailgate, of course. It's very nice, this, viewers. And it's an auto as well. I have done an E46 with this engine before. I did it on No Budget Reviews actually last summer. It was a saloon pre-facelift, which is a facelift one. It's a Fiat 128. Wow. It's a 1977 Fiat 128 1300 CL. I remember these from when I was younger. I think somebody near where I used to live used to have one, but I haven't seen one of these in years. Look at that. Wow. Reliant Scimitar. 72-73 plate, glass fibre of course. This will have the Essex V6 in it, I think. Another 205 here. I can't remember what model 205 this is, to be honest with you. It's quite a late one. They all had the interior like that towards the end. 205 blah. I don't know. 95-96 plate. They actually went out of production for our market in 1996, so a very late one. Oh, and viewers, yes, 1980 5-86 Audi 200 Quattro. This is an Avant, and I remember this car from, I think, last year's Retro Rides Weekender. This is a very rare special car. 5-cylinder engine, very expensive when they were new, extremely expensive. That's great. My gosh, a Heimermobile based on a Mark II Transit. Ooh, 1970 Fiat 125S. Look at that. And it's right-hand drive as well. This is really special. Oh, it was sold new in Malta. Goodness me. It's even got a miles per hour speedometer in it. That is absolutely amazing. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful car. 1989 to 90. Volkswagen Golf Mark II CL. Yeah, it's only got twin headlamps, so quite a low spec one. We've got the wipers have actually been on the right way round though. It's supposed to be a later one then. 1996 to 7 Alfa Romeo 145. I haven't actually driven a 145 on my channel. It's the one that you would imagine it would be. It's one that belongs to Mr. Richardson from the Furious Driving channel. I think this is a cloverleaf. Yeah, it is. It's a cloverleaf. This might actually have the slip of the boxer engine in it now. Audi A2 with the bonnet removed. I don't know if that's a petrol or a forbidden fuel one. Viewers, I don't know. Sorry. Answers in the comment section below. Ooh, SW20 MR2. On an N, so this would be 95, 96. Not sure what rev that is. It's I think one of the later revs because it's not got the early rear lights. Oh yes, the backup vehicle seems to be here. Of course, Mr. Seabrook does not appear to be here, but Carly is here watching the Ford Fairmont, owned by Mr. Seabrook. The Berlingo spectacularly failed with the rear subframe collapsing, so that was not a vehicle to bring here. It looks like it's made it admirably, but you do have to put a lot of fuel in these. Ooh, Nissan Laurel C32. Very nice, 85, 86 registration. Not driven a C32 Laurel, I have driven the C31, and it's pretty good to be honest. I quite like that. 2.4 SGL. Modest manufacturer. It's quite extraordinary. I've not managed to see this many miners so far. This is the first one I've actually seen. You would have thought there'd be absolutely billions of these. That's owned by a lady called Becca. I have seen some of the videos on YouTube of this car. The channel's called The Passenger Seat, I think. 2007 to 2008 Toyota Century. Wow, don't think I've seen one of these in real life before. Not really sort of that unexceptional. There were not many of these made, and the basic shape of these cars and the first two generations survived for absolutely ages. This is the second generation car, which ran, I think, around 1998. First one, I think, ran from 1968 to about 1997. But they are the absolute top of the range one. I think it's a V12 engine in those. 2003 to 4 Citroen Zara Picasso. Yeah, we don't get a rev counter in these. I can't actually tell you if what engine's in one of these. I have filmed one on my channel, but I don't like to talk about it, I'm afraid. 1990, I think it says 1995 or 6. Vauxhall Astra 1.6 GLS. I think this is owned by Steve and Lucy Worsley. Normally they have a Maestro Montego here, but they have this, and it's just bought this. It looks rather nice. I have been offered a chance to have a go in this, viewers, and I will be taking them up on their very kind offer at some point, because that looks rather tasty. 1988 to 89 Ford Orion Mark IV. This would be a relatively low spec one, I imagine. Yeah, it's L. Probably a 1.4 L. Something like that. Do we get a rev counter? No, we don't, viewers, because it's a poverty spec. Of course we don't. Ooh, a Mitsubishi Lancer from 78 to 79. Wow. So typically 70s Japanese in here. Typically 70s Japanese. That's extraordinary. I have not seen one of these in an extremely long time. Really long time. 2000 Renault Laguna Mark 1. This is the facelift to once a very late Mark 1 Laguna, actually. 1.6 Sport. I think the rear spoiler and the alloy wheels are probably the sportiest thing about it, really. Ooh, Renault 4 F6. I think I've seen this before, viewers. Maybe at the NEC Classic Car Show last year as well. I would have seen this. Right-hand drive as well. Wow. So it must be a UK car. That's not the steering wheel that would have come with the car originally, I don't think. 85 to 86 registration. Renault 4 lasted, I think, in production until 1991, although it did go out of production for our market sometime before that. 1979 MG Midget, and it's for sale. Hello to Matthew. As Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power channel says, this car could be yours. I have driven a Midget. It was not a rubber bumper one like this, it was a chrome bumper Midget. It was a Mark III from 1968 on Sensible Secondhand Classics. Oh, we've got more luxury here. Orion 1.4 GL. So do we have, with this GL, do we get a rev counter? Yes, we do. And a sunroof and all kinds of other abject luxury. Those wheels though and the indicators have been changed from standard. Not that it matters really. Interesting show plate on this Corolla. That won't be the one original because these weren't sold by 1990. I don't know what year this is. It'll be about 85, something like that. This is the UK market version of the Sprinter Caribe. This was sold as a Tercel in this country, four-wheel drive. I believe Ian Seabrook owned one of these briefly. 1997-1998 Ford Escort GTI. They weren't sold for very long, these. I think it's a 1.8 engine in these. I might be wrong about that, viewers. It's something on, around that. And of course, very sort of max power inspired sort of headlamps on this too. Ooh, another sort of car for sale. 1998 Subaru Legacy GTB Estate, imported in 2008, complete with Yoshi. Hello, Yoshi. But that's fast, viewers. Boxer engine and all kinds of exciting stuff going on in there. 1986 to 7 Ford Capri Mark III. This is probably a laser because there are only two trims at the end, really. There was the laser, and then the car's base with 2.8 injection. Obviously there was a last of line Capri 280 as well. 2000 Citroen Saxo. This looks a little bit like a VTR, but it's not. It's a Furio. I think this is a 1.4 facelifted Saxo. 1989 Toyota Camry 2.2 litre GLI from the Republic of Ireland. That's interesting, viewers. I don't think I've seen one of these for quite some time. And wow, more absolute utter base model misery. 1993 to 4 Vauxhall Corsa 1.2 Merit. I don't think this is a VE drive, because that would have had the little 1.2i badge with a green eye. So this one's actually not VE drive anyway, because it's a 4-speed gearbox. So that's right at the bottom of the range. That's absolutely extraordinary. I have driven the eDrive version of that on No Budget Reviews before, actually. 1991 to 2 Peugeot 205 automatic. Be the 1.6, I should think. Again, it's another car I've driven on the channel. I drove the 1995 1.6 Auto as well on No Budget Reviews. Very early Nova here with red interior, typical kind of early 80s Vauxhall that interior. Don't know what spec that is. It's probably like an L or something, I imagine. It's not the base one, it'll be sort of one up from there. Ooh, 1988 Vauxhall Cavalier Mark II. This is a 1.6L. Very, very late Mark II Cavalier. Second facelift, of course, with the smoke rear lights. Still don't get a rev counter or electric windows or anything like that. You have to go up in the world for that kind of thing. But yeah, facelift front is a very, very late Mark II. Wow, 9N facelift Polo. That's probably a little bit too new to be in here. A little bit too new. Shogun, no, V6 Shogun. That's not too new to be in here at all. Early 90s, probably this 3 litre V6 with an automatic gearbox. It's a Shogun as opposed to a Pajero, so it'd be a British market one. Ooh. Proton Giello for automatic, this one. I don't know if this is a 1.5 or 1.3 because the badge is covered up. But this is an early facelift. It's called the MPI facelift, which are coming in late 1992. Second Proton we've kind of had it just in this part, actually. We'll just finish this row and then we'll go to the next part. 1990 Mercedes-Benz 190 Easter 2 litre automatic, owned by Simon from Lot 76 Cars, who I just saw when I was coming into the event. Actually, I don't know where he is. He's probably he's shuffling himself as a non-shambolic non-shuffle or whatever it is. I have driven this car on Sensible Second-Hand Classics about a year ago. It was very nice, actually. They're not that fast, but they are quite enjoyable to drive. 1992 to 3 Peugeot 205. I don't know what spec this is, actually, viewers. No rev counter, so it can't be that fancy. It's not a Gentry or anything like that, but pretty nice little usable classic. Early E46 BMW here. Tercel plate, so I don't know what year, but it's a pre-facelift. It'd be around the year 2000, something like that. Yeah, 318i. 2005 Honda Jazz. This is Type R. Obviously, we've had weight reduction going on in here. Now, the most powerful I just fitted of these was I think a 1.4 with about 90 horsepower. So I don't know what's under there. Who knows? Ooh, an Audi A4, first generation one as well. It's a 1.8 turbo, so it would be sort of 150 horsepower. 97, 98. Okay, well maybe we'll just finish off this row here with this Panda 1000S Super. Actually, we've seen this before, and we've seen this 106 before. We can't talk about it. We shall continue. Ooh, Volvo. Is this a 343, viewers? 80 to 81 registration on this one. Yeah, 345 DL it is. It would be a 345 because it's got the 5-door. Southampton plate CR. Another Southampton plate, but we can't talk about that Citroen. Finish on this K11 Micra. It's had some rather interesting modifications made to it. So for final faces for the K11 Micra, 2001 plate. Right, we shall now go to part 6. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. And we'll see you again soon for more Slightly Shambolic Shuffling.